What if they have fleas?
They don't have fleas.
No! Go! No, Louise has got the food, not me. Oh, didn't he get the camera? Oh, you wee bum.
Oh, Tom, there's another.
Oh, no.
Good morning, everyone. Day 5 in Osaka, and today we are going to a shrine.
Which looks like a lion.
Which is meant to look like a big lion's head, and it's meant to be that the lion eats up all the bad spirits.
It's gonna eat you. It's gonna eat everyone.
No, I think it's meant to be that it eats up all the bad spirits. And then we're also going to this old district here that's got this really famous tower. I can't remember the names of any of it, so Tom can just edit into the video here. So that's all I've got planned for today, but we'll maybe find something else to do, and if we do, we'll keep you updated.
Bye. So yeah, we made it to the big lion shrine. There it is. So, not sure what we're going to do next, but we'll go and see.
The next day.
Good morning, everybody. It's another day in Osaka. We're not really doing anything today. We're just taking this as a planning day. Tom's just doing some editing. I'm doing all the planning for when we get to Kyoto, and we're also trying to figure out where we go next after Japan. There's Thomas. So yeah. Nothing, might go out for dinner later, but nothing really interesting going on today, but we still thought we'd do a little bit of filming so you can see what we're up to. So this is our last day in Osaka, and we've got the train through to a place called Nara, because here there's a big national park where wild deers live, and apparently you can feed them and they come up to you, so we're gonna, and they bow, so we're gonna go. I think it's quite big and there's some temples and shrines and stuff in it.
There's 2 deer on the path.
There's 2 deer on the path. I think they're fake, Tom.
No, they're not.
Oh my god, it just moved.
Today is Tuesday. We're travelling from Osaka to Kyoto today, and it's going to take about an hour, which isn't too bad. It's 4 trains, so not too bad, but we are lugging our bags around with us, which makes it harder, but it's all part of the fun. It's a miserable day today, it's raining, so it's probably a good day to be travelling on because we wouldn't be going out otherwise. We had a really late night last night, stressing over travel restrictions and bans and all this.
Yeah, we've had a bit of a nightmare, but
we'll get more into that when we get to Kyoto.
that's later. But
But
have you enjoyed your time in Osaka?
yeah, I've loved it.
What was your favourite bit?
The deer park was good.
Yeah, the deer park. The deer park yesterday was class.
Yeah, wasn't just a lot of walking around, which was good.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed the sign place with all the mechanical signs.
Dot Body.
Yeah, Dotonboro was good as well. Anyway, so we're going to record a bit going to Kyoto, and then when we get there we'll chat a bit more about where we're going after. So enjoy.
See you there. That's nice. You're too annoying.
Go.
So we've arrived in Kyoto. It's raining.
Heavily.
We got soaked on the way here. The lady at the hotel had to give us a towel. But we're here.
Hooray!
I'm very excited. So in terms of our next steps, we were meant to be going to a city very south of Japan called Kagoshima, and then we were meant to be going on to Vietnam for 15 days as mentioned in a previous video.
So basically what's happened is the Vietnamese government has decided to stop all visa-free travel for citizens of 8 European countries, including the UK, Italy, France, Norway, Finland. Places where coronavirus is confirmed and where cases in Vietnam have come from.
It doesn't matter that we've been out the UK for 2 weeks because we're citizens. They're still not letting us travel visa free, but it's only temporary, but we don't know how long this is going to last.
So it's not too much of an issue, but our issue is if countries like Thailand and Malaysia, if they start to kind of do the same thing and cancel UK citizens visa-free travel. Also the factor in Japan, which is apparently vastly underreporting cases and is the next kind of hotspot for coronavirus. So those facts we're here as well is possibly is greatly reducing our chances of getting into another country. So
we have decided to then cut our trip in Japan short, so not by a lot. We're meant to be in Kagoshima for 5 days, so but we've had to cancel that. But we've still come to Kyoto, so we're here till Saturday, and hopefully on Saturday we're going to try and fly to Thailand, and that will be our next stop. I think once we get onto mainland Asia, it'll be a lot easier to judge, but at the minute if we're unable to fly, we're in, like, effectively just going to be stuck here.
We're just kind of hoping that in the next 5 days travel restrictions for UK citizens or for people flying from Japan into Thailand don't change. We're like the most up-to-date people in the world on travel restrictions and coronavirus. We kind of go off it hour by hour, and it's at a point where if something was to happen and change, then we could almost, at the drop of a hat, get the next flight out of here if we needed.
It's just annoying.
It's a real shame because we've spent so long planning this trip and so much money invested in it. For something like this to happen, it's obviously it's no one's fault. It just feels it's not fair. It's just annoying. It's just miffed us a little bit. But you've got to roll with the punches. Worst comes to worst is Thailand and all of Asia put travel restrictions on.
We try and get into Australia, and if they don't let us in, we'll just wait and see. Nothing bad, nothing disastrous is going to happen. Like, it's not an absolute catastrophe, it's just extremely annoying and a little bit stressful. And it's just one of those things where like, we are obviously here like having the time of our lives to enjoy ourselves, but it's just that kind of like dampener. It's just always in the back of your mind, waiting for the next country to enforce a travel ban, or waiting for something else to go wrong, because it just seems to be overriding the tone of the trip. But I'm just going to try and set that aside and have a good time.
So anyway, I guess we've got 5 days in Kyoto unless things drastically change, so we're going to enjoy them 5 days and then fly to Bangkok on Saturday as it stands. If anything is to change, we will let you know. Fingers crossed we can get 5 days out of Kyoto, and that'll be the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.
We'll turn it off.